Hello everyone and welcome to another ReliTrax training video. Today's topic is attendance, and that's going to include both individual and group check-in. To get started, I'm going to start with individual check-in, which can be done directly on the client's profile. In the upper right corner, I'm just going to go to my client's page. You can also click on the Lego Man icons down in the list. All right, once I'm on the client's page, I'm going to go to the bottom where their treatments are listed. And I've covered this topic in a past video, but just so everybody is aware, I do not have to add another treatment here to check my client in. A lot of people think they have to add the individual counseling every single time they want to check the client in. And what happens is they get a dozen individual counselings listed with actual no real attendance. So just to clarify, you do not need to add the treatment again if it's already listed. So I'm going to go to the individual counseling because that's what I'm checking my client in for. I'm going to go to the white spiral notebook next to that treatment. That's going to be the session log. It's going to take me into where I could check the client in. This will be his first session, so there's no other sessions listed yet. If this is the date and time that you're checking the client in, you don't need to adjust the date and time unless you want to set the time forward or backwards a little bit. All right. Now, ReliTrax tracks attendance using the money. So right here, I'm going to enter what the client paid me today, whether they paid me the full cost of the session, only part of the cost, or nothing at all. I want to put something under the client payment. And click the green plus, and that's going to add the session. And here is my session. So I'm going to jump forward a week and say it is now March 26th, and the client's here for another weekly session with me. I'll check them in again. Again, they paid their fee. So you're going to start seeing this nice list of sessions build over time. That's individual attendance. That's real simple. Now to check your clients in for their group, you're going to go up here to treats and groups and down to groups. All right, so here's the list of all the groups that I offer. Today's Monday, so let's check in the Monday 3 p.m. group. We'll pretend it's 3 in the afternoon now. To do so, I'm going to go to the green check mark, and that's going to load my group roster. I can print out a sign-in sheet if I'd like. We have a couple different options in here. Just take a look, see which version works for you. You just select that and then click go, and it gives you the option to print that out. All right, and here's my group roster. Just like with the individual attendance, when I'm checking these clients in, I want to enter what they paid. I want to use that money. Whether they paid the full cost, if they paid 0, I'm going to enter a 0. Entering the 0 does two things. It checks them in for the session, but it also says, hey, they didn't pay for this session, and it's going to make their balance go up and show that they owe. You can see here in red, these clients, they owe some money. All right. Now these clients that are in green, that means they have some sort of funding, some sort of referral sources paying for their treatment. For them, you can just click on the copay per session, and it's going to enter in the correct amount into the voucher payment column. You could be saying, what's the big deal? I could easily type 15. True. However, sometimes you get a voucher that only covers so much of the session fee. So by clicking this, I ensure that the correct amount is always charged to that referral source. And so my billing is going to be more accurate and hopefully I get paid more often. The client can then be responsible for the difference. Now, let's say Justin Griffin here, he was a no-show. I'm going to do nothing. Since this is a Monday group, ReliTrax is going to see that I did nothing. And by 11 o'clock tonight, if I've still done nothing, ReliTrax is going to auto-generate a no-show. And that no-show is then going to be automatically reported to the client's probation officer. And for this client, Indy Jones, he gave me a call earlier today and said, I can't make it. I have a doctor's appointment. So under attendance code, I'm going to enter EX. There is a list of accepted attendance codes up here at the top. DA and EX are the most commonly used ones for excused absences. But take a look at those to see the different accepted codes. Okay. And right next to that, in attendance details, I'm just going to make a little notes about why I'm excusing that. So he had a doctor's appointment. And now that I have something for everyone, I'm going to click submit and it's going to check them in. So it's right now ReliTrax is going through and it's adding that session for each client. All right. At this time, I can click this printer icon next to each client to print out a receipt, or the one at the top will let me print all of them at once and I can hand them out in group. The other thing, for this group, Elena is listed as the primary counselor. And let's say she usually has an intern in there with her. And today, Elena couldn't make it in because of the snow that's outside. So if the intern covered that group or any other counselor covered the group for Elena, after you check in your clients, right here above the roster, this option for counselor conducting the group pops up. You can change that to say who actually covered group today, and then click submit again. All right, and that's group attendance. Now, when you're entering the clients, when you're entering their client payments, I'd get into the habit of entering one or two clients and then clicking submit, and then go on to the next one or two clients and submit again. Just click submit after every one or two clients, just to ensure that ReliTrax saves your work and you don't have to redo anything. Some people walk away from the computer without clicking submit, and then they've lost what they've done so far. So just make sure to hit submit frequently. And that's it. So thank you for joining us today, and keep an eye out for more videos.